Hello, I am No Whiskey Rose, and I'm currently playing Witcher 3 on the highest difficulty level, the one called Death March. And as you can see here, I am playing the quest Family Matters, and I'm at the point where you have to relight the fires every time they go out, while the Peller is doing his ritual thing. And there are most likely quite a few different ways you can deal with this quest, but I'm gonna give you some tips and pointers that worked for me. Because I've been dealing with this quest for almost an hour, and I was getting my ass, like, thoroughly kicked. I kept dying, but the first time I used this tactic, I succeeded. This is the recording from the first time I used it, and, you know, I win, so it's all good. So the two most important tips I can give you, and this is really important, is stay completely out of combat. Do not mess with those wraiths. Just don't. Stay out of combat. And two, to stay out of combat, just keep dodging away from them. Dodge, dodge, dodge. It's quite honestly probably like 90% of this quest. It's dodging away from them. If you can avoid it, try not to roll away from them, because, well, I mean, you want to save those adrenaline points for your signs, if you choose to use signs. As for signs, I used two. I used QUEN, which is the shield sign, and I used IGNI, which is the fire sign. QUEN I will recommend you use, because if you get hit by one of these rays, they deal a shit ton of damage, and there's a lot of them, so I would strongly recommend that you use QUEN. As for IGNI, that's really up to you. I tried to use it, because I wanted to use it to turn on the fires. But the game mechanics are kind of shitty when it comes to this, because you even though you're not locked onto your enemy, Geralt will still constantly face towards his enemy, so you can't disengage from the combat and walk up and use IGNI. You have to, in a very awkward manner, sort of try to get the fire between you and the enemy, so when you use IGNI, it will just sort of like accidentally hit and turn on the fire. It only worked for me like 50% of the time. The other way you can turn on the fire, that's why it gets really dangerous, because you can walk up to it, you have to stand still, then press X, and Geralt will go into a short animation where you can't move him while he's turning on the fires. But what's dangerous about it is that the second you do that, those wraiths will just like teleport on top of your head, and in that moment you're just very, very, very vulnerable to attack, which is where QUEN will be a good idea to have. So yeah, that's basically it though. Stay completely out of combat, keep dodging, and use QUEN, and well, use IGNI if you want. But really, the most important things are dodging and staying out of combat. Well, that's it. I am No Whiskey Rose, and I hope this was helpful. Bye!